Hey guys, and CS Fan 001 here, welcoming you to a mini Let's Play for ZPTV123. Today's mini LP is Oregon Trail. This is not the Oregon Trail that's like the one that's set in like the 1840s and you try to go to Oregon as a pioneer. This is like some kind of mod or sort of spin-off of it based around zombies. It is a lot of fun. I saw Attacking Toucans play it and I eventually bought it myself. It's a lot of fun, so I hope you guys are going to enjoy this. It's going to take about 10 videos, probably. Okay, I have beaten the game on difficult, but we're going to be playing through on normal, and the reason being, difficult, it's not as much like supply problems and stuff that are difficult, it's just that your followers, your friends in the game, like the people that you go with, will literally just disappear half the time. Without like doing anything wrong, even if they're at like full health, they'll just go out to take a piss and then never return. So we're going to be playing on normal. And we are going to play the intro because this is a mini LP. Uh-oh. I'm probably going to regret not having a mouse doing this because it's a lot harder to do with the touchpad. Nice. Killed all 3 zombies. This is showing us how to shoot. I'm out of ammo! What am I supposed to do now? Ah, thanks, bro. Thanks, man. Well then, it looks like I just saved your bacon. I reckon we stand a better chance out there if we stick together. My name is Clemens. I used to be a priest. Not much use for those nowadays. What's your name, partner? Zach. Listen, even with the 2 of us, we won't survive very long. Everyone I trusted died a while back. Do you know anyone we could count on in a pinch? Okay, so we get to name the 4 people that we're going to travel with. I'm gonna pick 2 guys and 2 girls. We'll say Nick, he's one of my very good friends from high school that's also a bit crazy. Ken, my roommate in college. Jennifer Lawrence, because that would be awesome. And who will my 4th player be? What other girl should I name? Should I have it be the girl from across the hall in college that I'm good friends with, or... Nope, I'll explain this later on. I know exactly why. Yes, these names are correct. There's a good chance if they're still alive, they will be at the shelter set up in DC, if they have any sense, that is. We're going to need a way to get around. I saw an old station wagon a few blocks back. Those things might not be very reliable, but they're very roomy. Let's get moving. Okay, so you move with WASD or arrow keys. I mean, who uses arrow keys over the age of like 10? Seriously? Man, it looks like it crashed into the side of a building or something. Alright, I think we've got just enough fuel and food to make it to DC in this thing. Let's hit the road, I'll drive. So we're just getting into a car with a random, strange old man. Clemens has a broken arm. Dang it, Clementine! Clementine, no, now you have dysentery! I think that's like something you get from drinking bad water, and it's like just really bad diarrhea and stuff. No, Clementine, you were bitten by a zombie and we're out of fuel. This is just not going well at all. Well, we made it to Washington, D.C. Just as the station wagon runs out of fuel, you coast into the city. You can hear a radio blaring in a nearby window. Repeat, all survivors who still remain in Washington, D.C. The government has declared a Class 3 biohazard in the area. They will be commencing a nuclear strike within a few short hours. Get out while you can. The city is lost. That's not good. Looks like we have a time problem. I'll go look for your friends at the shelter. Meanwhile, you should go scavenging for supplies. I've heard about a place on the west coast that's supposed to be a safe haven from all of this chaos. Let's meet back here and head out. Here, take my journal. I've written down everything I know about surviving on the road. It should help you decide what you think we may need to do on the trip. Okay, so now we get to pick our supplies. From what I've found, you need ammo. You need a lot of ammo, definitely. Med kits are a good idea. And you definitely want a lot of fuel. We'll do some money. We'll start out with a little food, but you don't need a whole lot of food to start with because you can scavenge for more than enough food throughout the course of the game. It's crazy, especially if you're on normal. Now you get less of these hours, as they're so called, early on. If you're on a higher difficulty, you only get, I think, 8 if you're on hard, and I think you only get like 6 or something if you're on the highest difficulty. It might be less than that on both, I don't even remember. And since we have the extra points, we'll go ahead and get an extra tires and batteries. We've got plenty of fuel, some med kits, some money, lots of ammo. Like I said, we don't need a whole lot of food because we're going to be able to scavenge most of our food. Your friends join the party. Now, it's really, really funny because most of the characters, as you can see, like at least these 3, are based off of Zombieland. Because there's Tallahassee, and there's Columbus, and Wichita. I don't see Little Rock on here, I just see this other random character, but we're gonna pretend that it's another girl. Just because it was 2 guys and 2 girls in Zombieland. Great, everyone's here. There's just one more thing. Back there on the road, one of those things bit me. I'm already not feeling too well, and I can't stand the thought of becoming one of them. You're gonna have to put me down. Why don't you keep my journal? It may help you out there. Good luck. No, Clementine, why? Alright, well, I'd rather you not have to suffer. I agree, I wouldn't want to have to suffer if it was me, so... Oh well. Alright, guys, let's go on the journey to Oregon. Yes, we are going to Oregon in this. That's where the safe haven is. Alright, so this is everyone's health, including that of the station wagon. Stats, that shows us how much food, fuel, and zombie activity there is and how far away we are from the next location. We're not going to stop yet. Let's go. Now, this game's full of all sorts of random events, and you never know what's going to happen. You've got to be kidding me! Sparks shoot out the back, your muffler is dragging, and we don't have a muffler! Well, that's just fan-friggin-tastic. Now we gotta go get a muffler from somewhere. That's just great. Let's see if anyone wants to trade. One of their muffler for 31 of your food. Sure. We're not trading any of our scrap, though. We do not want to trade our scrap. But since we've stopped and zombie activity is fairly low at the moment, it's on medium, we're going to do some scavenging. Now, this is a big part of the game. This is how you get a ton of your supplies. You go out here, you select scavenge, and you just have to survive, not getting killed by the zombies. Or the walkers, or whatever you want to call them. So you pretty much just walk around and collect whatever you can. You can find food in various container sizes like that. You can find money. Ah, crap. The ones with the, like, pink bows on their heads are harder to kill. So yeah, you can also find money, and I think that's a piece of scrap over there. Scrap is used to repair your car. I wish you could start with a little more scrap sometimes, because sometimes you end up running a little lower on it than you'd hope. Alright, at least we got some extra food. Oh, we almost got that. Okay, we got plenty of food, though. So, we got more than enough food for now. Alright, yes, money! Money, 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 money. Now, since this is the director's cut, there are other events and stuff that can happen in this that didn't happen, I guess, in the original, or like what you would see in like Attacking Toucans Let's Play of this game. That includes boss fights, and boss fights are random events that sometimes happen while you're out scavenging. And they're really, really annoying because they're extremely hard to survive. Okay, so yeah, we're only on medium zombie activity. It would be a lot, this would definitely be tougher if we were on more zombie activity, but we'll get more into that later on when we see it later on. Alright, $20 and 215 ounces of food. So now it's high activity. You never want to go scavenging when it's high unless you're absolutely, like, desperate. So over here you can rest up, which will heal up everybody except for yourself, which is really stupid. You can use a med kit. You can kill people, or you can talk to strangers for various guides and stuff. None of this really matters at the moment, though, the rationing and combat training. Roadmap. This is going to show you all the stops we have to make, so there are lots and lots of stops along the way. So it's not the longest game in the world, but it is a little bit longer, I think, than even, like, the original Oregon Trail game that was on, like, the Apple II or something. Alright, now that we've shown that off, let's get back on the road. Well, at least I got to show you guys how to scavenge already. And now we have quite a bit of food. And everyone's health except for your own will slowly deteriorate over time. Caitlin talks about a time before all this started. Everyone is somber. Well, that didn't really do much though. Dang it, Caitlin. Okay, so, like I said, I'll explain that a little bit later on when I feel like it. Pittsburgh! We made it to our first stop, everybody. Nice. So, when you reach an actual marked location on the map, you can do a few things. You can buy and sell items of yours. You can do jobs. Those are actually very tempting. Let's start out with the recovery. Dangerous is the second highest level of difficulty, though. Suicidal is the highest. And you never want to attempt a mission if it's suicidal, honestly. It's just not usually going to be worth it. Unless you absolutely need the supplies that they're giving. Recovery missions tend to be a little bit easier than others, though, because... I say that now I'm getting... Probably because it's dangerous level, but... All you have to do is basically just avoid the zombies. You don't have to shoot any of them, except for the ones that maybe get right in front of you if you can't walk around. And just try to reach the supply container. And we did it, guys, so we're going to get lots of supplies out of this. I didn't see what the reward was, but $52. Nice! Okay, I actually kind of want to try this one. Bandit missions. These get easier later on with certain upgrades, but that's a lot of ammo for killing them. Crap. What you have to do is fire into the windows and try to kill all the bandits. If you get hit once, you're done. You have to leave, and you can't attempt any jobs a second time. So just try not to get hit is the best strategy here. Alright, we've already got it down to 4 though, so we might just be able to do this. Yes, 3 left. I like to fire a little earlier though because the bullets do take a moment to get to the targets. Yes, 2 left. Come on. Alright, 1 left. Yeah, baby, 72 ammo. That is great. That is a lot of freaking ammo. We may not even need to buy any more thanks to that. Okay, no more jobs listed. What's at the auto shop? Here you can buy various items if you need them. Let's see what our upgrade is. No slowdown from rubble, that's stupid. That's completely wasting money. Never buy things that are like no slowdown from that or a sandstorm or whatever. It's just not worth it. We're gonna buy a muffler though, because we don't have any and we've already lost 1, which was so aggravating. So we're gonna buy 1 just in case. Alright, let's head on over to here. Zombie activity is deadly, so we certainly don't want to go scavenge right now. But we have more than enough food for the moment, and plenty of ammo, and plenty of money. Combat training will be able to do that later on, but we're not going to worry about that for the moment. Rationing, you can choose how much food everyone gets. If you have larger portions of food, people are less likely to get sick, but it burns through your food obviously faster, so yeah. Let's see how everyone's doing on health. I say we rest for a couple of hours. If you rest, like I said, it will heal up all members of your group except for yourself. And it's generally worth doing at some stops, but it also eats through some of your food. We're burning through 10 ounces of food an hour in this game, so we'll just keep that in mind. When we leave, I think we're going to get an event. Yes, we are. The first time we got this event. You must cross a horde of zombies in order to continue on the road. This horde is currently massive in size and is agitated, really. This is very much similar to crossing rivers in Oregon Trail, the original game. And it's basically the same thing, but we have to basically wait. Right now, the horde is massive and agitated. There is no way we're going to get through, so we're going to wait. We're never going to make it through that. They're still massive and agitated. Well, that doesn't help. We gotta wait until they're smaller or docile. Okay, they're large but docile, so they're not very active, so we should be able to sneak through. but you're never guaranteed to make it through unless you have certain items, like certain car upgrades. You're never going to be able to make it through, or you're never guaranteed to make it through without like certain items, because one upgrade you can get, it's like chainsaws attached to your windows, and you're always guaranteed to make it through then, so that one is super helpful, no matter how big they are. Ken has exhaustion, playing too much baseball, I suppose. Yeah, he's on the baseball team, so yeah. You fall asleep at the wheel and crash into a parked car. Nick must have been driving. But Ken is no longer exhausted, that's good. The station, we took a wrong turn. Well, that's just fantastic. You try to drive through a flooded street, it doesn't work. How many different problems are we going to have right now? So this game, it's very heavily luck-based at times, though, which is kind of aggravating, because various events will happen to players at different, rates and stuff than other players will have them, which is really, really annoying. Alright, at least we made it to the next location. There isn't much here, but let's see what jobs there are. I don't like defense missions, I've just never been as good at them. Take 20% less damage from losing a combat. Honestly, that's not really worth it, though, for $80. That's almost all of our money. Ooh, we can scavenge in low zombie activity. I say let's do it. And then we can rest up, but we need more scrap for the car, to repair the car with. We'll get more into that once we actually have the chance to do it. Now, if you're on normal, I think you can get a maximum of either like 3 or 4 items per scavenging trip. I think you can get more if you're on easy, but I think you can only get either 2 or 3 if you're on hard, and probably only 1 or 2 if you're on the highest difficulty, so yeah, that's just a little tip for scavenging. As the music starts to get more intense, that means we're closer to the end. Alright, lots of food, but we kind of need scrap more than we actually need food at the moment. Because we've got plenty of food. We're going to make it for a very long time without food. We've got like 55 hours worth of food without even rationing it, really. No, that's food. Or at least money. Money would be nice as well. I mean, we've got more than enough freaking ammo to last a long time, so yeah. Let's pick up that money. There's a bag of food. Alright, well, we got money and food that time. At least we got some money. And we got some extra food, so we're going to have plenty of food, but eventually it does start to go bad, so you have to toss some of it. No, that was not my fault. That happens sometimes. That's going to happen sometimes if you're using a trackpad like I am, or just a wheel or whatever, instead of a mouse, is that sometimes you'll like start pulling back your gun for some reason, even though you don't even want to. That will happen sometimes, and it'll probably happen again, so that's entirely really... That's kind of my fault and kind of not, I suppose, but whatever. Alright, we still gotta go out there, though, because I gotta get some more scrap. We don't really have a lot of scrap at the moment, and that's what we really need more than anything. This game does have a bad habit of giving you the supplies that you don't need, usually. Oh, that's scrap, though. We need that. Okay, we need to get that no matter what. The game does have kind of a bad habit of doing that, though. Like, you'll end up getting the 2 supplies that you need the least of the 3. I guess it makes sense, because that's kind of how it would be, I would think, and that's just how luck goes in the zombie apocalypse. Alright, let's just stay alive now. Alright, no food, but $20 and 30 scrap. That is what we were looking for, guys. So, let's repair. The more scrap you use, the higher % chance of success you're going to have, but even if you use up 9 or 10 scrap like I am, you're not guaranteed to win, which is really stupid. Case in point, of course that would happen. You see, that's why I wanted to get more scrap, because I knew that was probably going to happen, knowing my bad luck. Because I am not the luckiest person in the world. Okay, at least we were successful that time. I'm going to save the remaining scrap, though, for when we actually need it. Zombie activity is now medium. I think we need to rest for a couple hours. 2 hours, actually, will be fine. At least we got plenty of food. Okay, guys, I think that's a good stopping point, so Next time we will continue our quest to reach Oregon. See you guys then.